because I'm not risking my life because they're being selfish. How to tell me you're single without telling me you're single. I'm an idiot and I shouldn't have taken this long, but we made it and that's... Get the vaccine, dumbass. Stop panic buying. Oh my god, yes. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I'm Yvette. I moved to the UK 2.5 years ago and my dog's walking in the background. I'm documenting my experiences. Today we're doing another Reddit video because these are super fun. Today's one is, I thought, what is something the people of the UK need to hear as told by people from the UK, so that way you can't get angry at me from saying these, because I'm scared of you. No, I'm joking. So yeah, it's just things that you need to be like woken up, realize, things you need to hear, you know, harsh realities of life. So first one is that for me, the self-scan machines are actually fully functioning 9 times out of 10, and you are usually the problem. Constantly picking up and putting products back down, trying to pack and moving items around the bagging area is obviously going to make the machines go off, scan your item, put it down, and then leave it until you have paid. It's true, as someone who used to work, I used to work as a checkout chick when I was in Australia, so I fully agree that, I think, do you know how old it is? I don't think we had self-checkout at the time. But yes, I am fully aware of just like people being silly and not listening to the machine. I've seen it with my own eyes. Just listen, it's going to tell you what to do. Top 1, Highway Code Section 243. Do not park opposite or within 10 meters of a junction except in an authorized parking space. I don't even know what that means. Always wondered if there was a rule on this, as it can be frustrating because sometimes going around a corner and suddenly be met with a parked car. What's a junction? Oh, I know what that is. Yeah. 10 meters, that's pretty far. What am I? I'm 1, so 10 of me. I'm 5 foot something. So that's how I measure things. How many of me is that? Yes, I see, a junction. For some reason I was thinking of like when you're on a motorway and you take a junction off. You know, that's what I was thinking. But no, they just mean like an intersection type thing. Yes, 100%. That makes sense. So it's like when you turn, there you go. Normally there should be like lines, I think, on the road, hopefully. People will need to hear about how far 10 meters actually is though, judging by how well 2 meter rule was observed. Agreed, people don't know how far distance is, me included. If you had the strength to carry your sandwich carton when it was full, you've got the capacity to take it home with you when it's empty. I'd like to extend this to banana skins, street wrappers, drink cans. I think anything. I don't know why littering is a thing. There's so many bins around. So in Japan, they don't have any bins. I don't know why, they just don't have bins, but no one, like it's socially expected that you would take your rubbish with you wherever you went. So if you went out to lunch and had a picnic, you'd have to bring everything all the way home with you, like no bins along the way. Which is like, they also have a lot of street food, which is such a pain because you're carrying all these skewered sticks being like, I don't know what to do with these. That it will not kill you to walk single file on a narrow path for 30 seconds so someone can pass you on the other side, as opposed to 2 or 3 more abreast. This does my head in. I'm like, I shouldn't have to walk into traffic, so I always force them to walk into traffic because I'm not risking my life because they're being selfish. Couples are the absolute worst of this. How about you stop holding hands for a second and make me step on the road? How to tell me you're single without telling me you're single. You didn't fight in the Second World War, Barbara, you're 56. Barbara's generation are the ones that are turning this country to shit, not young people. I do think sometimes the policies that cater to retirement rather than like, it just seems very short-sighted. I could be wrong. Absolutely not a political genius by any stretch of the imagination. But it does seem like you should be empowering young people to earn more money so they can pay more tax to fund retirement for the older people rather than like taking money from them and just giving it to them. Like you should, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I do have a degree in commerce though, so. Sorry, that's my neighbours. We will wait. They yell as their main form of communication. I feel like David Attenborough. Yes. The noisy neighbour. Constantly yelling. I will tell you one thing that I thought was really interesting, and I'm going to sound absolutely dumb as hell, like, and I fully accept it. I've never been particularly interested in war or war history. I love history as a concept, but war has always been like, I don't know, not my type of tea. And I went to Malta and they had this really good exhibition about where Malta was during the war and how strategic it was and occupying it and travelling and how it was a trade route and all this sort of stuff. They had this really big infographic about the fall of Europe during the war, and then it was like literally just England left standing against, I guess, Nazi occupied Germany at the time. And I know, obviously I know who won, but I never realised how the odds were so stacked against England. So like, once I saw that, it actually made a lot more sense to me why there is such a big pride, I guess, in the war, like specifically for Britain, being able to like be the underdog. I didn't realize how much of an underdog they truly were. And yeah, so it contextualized so much for me, being like, oh, it really was like touch and go. They almost lost. Like, so I get it more now. I get it. I'm an idiot and I shouldn't have taken this long, but we made it, and that's the main thing. Stop having opinions given to you by the Tories, the Daily Mail and the Sun, and actually think for yourself. I think more people in general should be able to critically think. It does bother me, no matter what country you're in. I do feel like a lot of people just mirror what they hear in the news and don't like actually think about it. Yes, you're fat. It is because you eat shit and don't exercise. Probably not genetic. Not wrong. Not wrong. I do think it's not surprising. I think when you think, oh, it's so easy to lose weight when I was a kid, it's because you were outside all the time running around. Or if you're a poor uni student, you couldn't afford food. So now as like, you know, middle-aged, you can afford to go out and you don't need to run around as much because you can afford an Uber now. Makes a bit more sense as to why, you know, easy to put on the weight, because I would have walked home in the middle of the night to save 20 pounds and now I'll just hire an Uber. Bambi, your tap show is fantastic. Will you please stop walking around? Get the vaccine, dumbass. This seems to be a common thread around all these videos. Vaccine seems to come up. That life on the whole is not bad here and you should appreciate what we have. Agreed. Did a whole video on that. Using indicators at a roundabout isn't supposed to be optional. This seems to be like a culmination of the last few videos I've done. Pajamas aren't acceptable outdoor clothing. Don't know if I agree. You don't always need to be drunk to have fun. I do agree with that. I think we rely too much on alcohol. England, Britain and the UK aren't interchangeable. Your own experience rules whatever locally isn't universal. On the back of that, Britain and the UK are not interchangeable. UK includes Northern Ireland, Britain doesn't. I know, Great Britain is the island, and then UK is that, and then England is, I know. And then the British Isles is a whole other thing. The state isn't your third parent. Take some responsibility for your own damn life. Interesting. The flip side of that is the state is there for people who need help to support themselves either because of illness or unfortunate circumstance. Being poor or in need is not a crime and should not be beaten down for it. Least of people who need to take some responsibility. I agree. Stop panic buying. Oh my god, yes, stop it. So annoying. Cyclists don't have automatic right of way. I'm telling you, cyclists just make their own rules. Used dog poo bags go in the bin and not on a tree or someone's gate or wherever else they get less. This riles me up. Like, why? You halfway did the job. You're literally just making more work at this point. Don't be shocked when after you have had your items scanned, the shopkeeper is asking for your payment. You can actually get your means of payment ready in advance so you don't get in the way of those behind you. That does my head in as well. I'm like, did you not expect to be paying? Why is your wallet away? Let's go. But maybe that's the Londoner in me where I'm like, we must never stop, keep going. No pauses, no chit chat. Good one to end on. I think the phrase, it's usually you that's the problem, is one that can apply for 99% of problems. I guess people need to hear that and stop acting like you're in any way special and stop tracing your problems back to their root cause. I agree. I think more people should be like, common denominator is you. But that's just me. Anyways, I'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I've got many exciting things planned I can't wait to share with you in the coming new year. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't remember to subscribe so I can see you next time, and bye.